with me as a job seeker. And there may not even be a job here that I'm interested in, but I'm interested in Melmo as a company. So not only does my experience start there, but I can continue on. So I'm going to go ahead and browse companies. And here's a company basic. They're right down the street here. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. And we can scroll down and do the same thing with them. So what you can see, what we're doing for job search, is we're able to browse companies now instead of just opportunities. You're able to browse workspaces instead of just blurbs on a page. So let's see what this looks like from the company perspective. So we were hoping GoPro was going to be in the house. Unfortunately, they're not here. But we're going to help them make a really cool branding page, and we're going to do that right here, right now, live on stage. So we found a video of GoPro's latest product, the Hero 3 camera. And so we're going to go ahead and create a branding slide for that. And there we go. And in just a couple seconds, we've created our first branding slide. And now let's add a little bit of company brand. So we've pre-cooked a little branding slide for us here. Oops. Demo. We've pre-cooked a branding slide here, and we've got a nice product shot and a logo. So we're going to go ahead and add that. But really what I want to do is I kind of like to move the branding a little bit more towards the forefront. So we're going to go ahead and push that up there. And let's add an accent color to go throughout our entire branding page to really make it look more like our company. And there we go. So now let's give talent that's visiting our profile a way to actually take a virtual tour of our office. So we found a couple of office photos of GoPro Office, and we're just going to add a few here real quick. And you can see that in just a couple seconds, we've created a slideshow that talent can come and browse right then and there. Super simple. So you go down a little bit further, and we're going to skip the team section for now just for the sake of time and add a little bit of company culture. And we know that GoPro was recently in Brazil for the recent X Games. Found some cool pictures on their website from that event, and so we're just going to go ahead and pull up all those images. Real quick and easy, and there you go. Let's add one more photo, or one more video actually in the company life. And we've got a tour of the San Diego office here of the GoPro office down here. So we'll go ahead and add that real quick. And I'm going to let Chris, for the sake of time here, continue and add a few benefits just to show you how easy that is. But what we're doing at Career.me is we want to make anyone at your company a creative genius, allowing you to create an entirely new way to showcase your opportunities to talent, to attract, engage, and curate top talent. And we hope that you will start discovering companies you'd love to work for today. That's it.
Yes. Nice work, guys. Okay, you ready for some questions?
Yep, fire away.
Let's hit it. Hands up high. Yes.
Hi. I just have a quick question. So what kind of information is the end user or the potential candidate, what kind of information are they going to contribute when they like a company or want to participate with CareerMe?
So back to the Pandora reference, the profile piece of the product is actually something we're going to build post-funding, where you actually able to build out like a really cool portfolio of your own personal brand. But back to that Pandora reference, what we're really trying to do is start to profile you as you browse jobs or browse companies and start to follow certain companies. We'll start to understand what types of companies that you actually prefer and serve you companies based on those preferences.
So how are you looking to monetize it?
Yeah, we've got a couple different ways. So the first way is, unlike most job boards that are just what we call post and pray, where you post up $400 on a single job and just see what happens. We have a pay for performance type of model. So very similar to Google AdWords or StumbleUpon, you pay for each visitor that comes to your page. So what we do is we source traffic from across the web, send them to your page, and charge you for each visitor. The other way is we have a bunch of pro features, we like to call them, we have a white label product. We have a way of synchronizing with your ATS system so you don't have to manage all your jobs in Career.me. And for that, the pricing is based on number of open opportunities, so basically the size of your company.
Great job tonight. I was looking to understand how you integrate or partner with a LinkedIn or Monster or Career Builder or the big guys in the space.
Right. So One of the ways that we do integrate is that they're one of our traffic sources. So one of the biggest sources for us is Indeed. There's other ones, Jobs to Careers. We're working with a couple other companies, about 5 of them at the current time, to source traffic. As far as LinkedIn goes, that's sort of a future add-on that we're going to do. So that would be something like if you were visiting, say, this page at Geek Girl and you happen to know somebody on this page, we could notify you that you actually know somebody that works at Geek Girl. And use that graph, but at this time we don't have any of those integrations. But we're looking forward to it.
Hands up high, guys. I'm over here. Of course, you're on the other side of the room. That's the way it works.
Let's go next.
How do you ensure the quality that the company is getting, right? So you're feeding a bunch of people to their site. How do you make sure they don't get crap?
How do we
Like
make
that's
sure
the big
we
problem
don't
with Craigslist, right? If I'm a job poster, I get a bunch of crap on Craigslist. But something like Stack Overflow, for instance, helps me because I can see who they are.
Absolutely. So we're taking, what we're doing is we're using multiple different sources. So one of them I mentioned is Indeed. Indeed's sort of one of those middle-of-the-road sources that we would use for, say, account executive or a marketing job or something like that, whereas a web developer, or some other, design, some level of talent like that would be probably from a different source. But what we're looking to do down the road, our vision, is to create a destination site where this is somewhere that you go when you're bored one day at work and you're kind of like thinking maybe there's another opportunity for me out there. This is a place that you go to browse, and this is where what we've built is very powerful because now we're actually attracting passive job seekers versus those that are actively out there looking. And the passive job seekers are the sort of holy grail for companies at this point. So.
How do you collect your companies that you're doing right now? Are you guys scraping them and putting them in yourself, or are you relying entirely on them signing up and using the service yourselves or themselves?
Yeah, so right now, every single company that's on board right now has applied to we have an application process basically where you just say like, hey, I'm a company and I'm interested in your product. As long as you're not a dental office or a accounting firm or something like that, we're really looking to attract either tech companies or digital agencies to our platform. If you're one of those and you fit into that category, then we just send you an invite code and you can sign up and go from there. So that's pretty much it.
What's wrong with dentists?
It's not that exciting.
They're
man.
pretty high tech.
Seems like recruiters would be really motivated users of this product. How are you interfacing with them?
So we've recently started a couple partnerships with some local recruiters, and basically how the platform works for integrating with recruiters is that we will send out unique links to recruiters that are specific to a single job position. So this basically becomes, they will send out a link to a client that basically is this entire profile that highlights a single opportunity, and it sort of becomes a pitch deck for that opportunity for that recruiter. That apply link goes back to the recruiter's page, and basically that's it. So it's basically we're helping recruiters create beautiful pitch decks for their opportunities. And then we're able to track metrics for them like views and click-throughs and stuff like that, and conversion rates.
He was just on one of the features I wanted to ask about. Do you have any metrics for the companies? So what people actually clicking on? Like, are they more interested in like free lunch versus like great benefits or stock options, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so what we're eventually going to do is part of that Pandora thing, Pandora experience, is we want to allow people to love certain benefits, and that becomes part of your profile, things that you like. But right now, we are actually tracking all the analytics of users on the page, and we have a recruiting intelligence dashboard that we'll be launching shortly that basically shows companies all the activity that's happening on their page. And one of the examples that I gave earlier is, and what's actually a big problem for a lot of companies, is they may post a job, and they don't know that the job description is really terrible and it's actually causing a really low conversion rate for their applications. And so what we can do is say, hey, this particular job, and we can highlight it, has a 6% conversion rate versus most jobs that are 20%, and highlight and let them know that they need to update their description for that.
All right, guys, we're out of time. Career.me. Nice work, guys. Good stuff. Okay, moving right along, we've got Cynthia Kellogg from Gift Gatherer. Yes, you can clap. It's okay. Whoops. What letter is that? D?
Hello, everybody. This is really exciting. I just moved down here from Montana, and this is definitely much more of a scene than we've got going out there. So I'm really excited to be a part of it.
What do you think?
All right. So my name's Cynthia. I'm one of the founders of Gift Gather. And essentially, since I'm in a room full of tech-savvy people, we are Kickstarter for gifts. And I know over the last 10 years, I've probably been to 20-plus weddings. And I just found the gifting process to be really consumer-based. It almost seems like Target created the whole online registry just so people would buy more stuff. So after kind of looking at my intelligent friends and being like, what? Why do I need to buy you a toaster? I just got tired of it, and that's where we kind of came up with Gift Gather. So we're here to kind of give experiences. And in order to do a live demo, this is our homepage. I was hoping some brave soul in the audience would be willing to be my fiance for the next 10 minutes. Any takers? All right, I can't actually see you. Okay, so just shout out some info. So this is our homepage. We're Facebook login powered. And all right, fiance, what's your name? First name? Brett. Okay. So what we're actually doing is we're creating our registry. And what's your last name?
State Pam. State like California, Pam like the fish.
Perfect. All right, Brett. How's that look? Okay. And Brett, what do you think we want for our instead of our traditional gifts? Do we want to kind of raise money for a charity? For how about a honeymoon?
Sure.
Where do you want to go?
San Diego. No, I don't know. Hawaii.
Okay, let's go to Hawaii. All right. And Brett, when do you think we're getting married? Like Thursday? All right, sounds good. And this is actually our fun date, so I'm going to put this just for a couple days later in case some of our friends are a little bit late, not ready for the wedding. All right, so Brett, how much do you think we need in order to go to Hawaii? $1,127. All right. And do we want to make it public how much we're asking for, or should we hide it? Yeah, I think so too. All right, and Brett, what do you say we do our, we can have our own custom URL. What do you say we do giftgather.com? What's that? All right, Brett. Okay, so we've got all of that important info in there. We're going to Hawaii. Hawaii. And we've got these little question marks. These kind of prompt you if you're not sure what you're doing. So right here, Brett, I took the liberty. I had a feeling you had the hots for me. So I went ahead and wrote up what we're asking for. You're welcome. All right. Let's see. That's not us. All right, and I also took the liberty and I made a little video because we want, one of the things that we're kind of selling we're creating these custom profiles that people can really personalize and kind of bring back meaning into this whole gift process. Oops, that's not it. All right, hold on a second. All right, so I think we've got all that info taken care of. I'm just going to enter in, this is our actual wedding date. And let's go ahead and see what it looks like. All right, Brett. Let's go get married. Okay, so that's our final product. So it's really easy, and let's see. We'll go ahead and we can tweet it. What's the hashtag for is it SF Tour? New Tech Tour. All right. So we can share it with all of our friends. We can email it. You can also put it, if you have your wedding website, it's really easy to just link it onto that. So we're right there next to Bed Bath & Beyond and Target. And these are, let's see, 10 seconds left. These are some real live profiles we have that are creating money, and that are raising money. And you can see we've got a little bar here to kind of motivate all of the attendees to give to help them reach their goal. So that's our product.
Yes. Nice stuff. Okay. Hands up high. Anybody? Anybody? Hello.
And thank you, Brett. Thank you. Yeah, sounds good.
Hi, great demo. How are you going to make money?
We're transaction based. So every time someone swipes a credit card, we take a percentage. We use Braintree. We wanted to keep that service all in-house. There are some companies out there that use PayPal, but we wanted to control the whole experience. And we also don't want to sell ads. We want to keep your profile personal.
Hands up high. Who's getting married?
So what's the user experience like for the people who are giving the gift?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we can go here. We actually looked at, we figured politicians were pretty good at raising money. So we did a little bit of research on, how is that experience? How do we kind of maximize that for our couples that are registering for us? So this is an actual live profile, so I'll just walk you through it really fast. And one of the challenges is we really want to emulate the gift-giving experience. So how can we kind of create that on this online process? So here you can choose, we kind of preset some buttons, and then you can also enter in your amount. We'll go ahead and say $100. Enter in all of your name and info, enter in your credit card info, and then you give. So yep, it's super easy. That's one of the things we wanted to do. We wanted to keep the process as fast and easy. People don't have a ton of time. And this is just something, hopefully, that is a little bit more meaningful than a toaster.
What's wrong with toasters?
Nothing. Most people have them.
So
Nothing. If we cash out, if we cash out, a lot of this we know we're competing with traditional registries as well. So this is a really great alternative for couples to ask. But no, we pay them out. We're here to give. So it'd be mean of us to keep it.
yeah, that would be bad.
Yep, we actually just built a new profile. Someone contacted us and said, "Hey, I actually want to pay for my wedding venue instead of gifts. We want to actually just get help paying for our wedding." So it takes us less than an hour to do that. We do want to control that experience because we don't want to become like Craigslist, just based on the last demo. So we do want to control that.
So you're saying by control, you can't create a random category like, or I won't go there.
Yeah. No, we want to have control of that.
So if I decide to pay or give some money to a friend, does that necessarily let them know that I gave them money?
Oh, yep. Let me show you the back end really fast. So this is my dashboard, and this is an actual registry I did just for a test, and I had some donations. So you can see here I got $38 out of 1,000, and these are the recent activities and the donations. And when it's all said and done, we will provide our users with a full list of everyone who gave, how much they gave, and their addresses. Let's see. No, we want people to know who's given to them. Yeah. Yep. So we're in the process of building out a commenting section. So when you make a donation, there will actually be a box that says you can leave a little message. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to provide everyone once it's all said and done. We'll give you a list of everyone who donated, so you can. We definitely believe in that tradition. So. I don't understand.
If you have a selection of names up there that others are recognizing, would that not be a deterrent for others to see how much each are giving?
Nope. So we're not going to publicize. It's all anonymous. So if you're looking at my register, so this is exactly what you're going to see if you're giving a gift. So you can't see who gave what. When we do build-in comments, we will not include those totals.
Thanks.
Just back to the whole like thank you idea, I could see a very powerful way for you to add additional value is to allow people to send out automated thank you letters in the mail from whatever, if they're not anonymous or whatever. I don't know if you planned on doing that or something you thought about, but it seems like, I know it was a pain in the ass when I did it for my wedding, so.
Yeah, my partner said that also, and he kind of wants some people to experience that pain as well. So.
I share his pain.
Okay, Cynthia, we're officially out of time.
All right, thank you guys so
Gift
much.
gatherer. Yes, where's Jeff? What letter is that? What letter is that? What's that? B. Okay, so up next is Jeff from GoForums, but before he goes up, there is a pitcher, an empty pitcher filled with business cards, maybe, that's floating around the room. Where is it? Hold it up high. Somebody stole it. Oh, it's in the back of the bar. Pass it this way. Pass it this way. So we're going to do our drawing out of that pitcher. And duplicate cards will get flogged outside in the back later. And we're giving away a GoPro Hero 3 Black and a number of awesome goodies from Microsoft tonight, including Windows 8 licenses that are like $200 a pop. And I just want to make it clear, too, all the companies that are on stage here tonight are welcome to come join us at our San Francisco event, which we do once a month. So if and when they're traveling and the schedules coordinate, they'll be on stage in San Francisco, which is a good thing. So, Jeff, can you see it?
I can see it.
Are you ready to roll?
I am ready to roll.
Let's do it. Jeff from GoForums, everybody.
Thank you very much. By the way, there are some phenomenal young companies up here. I got to tell you, this is a great company to be in.
Yes.
So my name is Jeff Fildy. I'm the CEO of GoForums and co-founder. Now I can see some people out there in the audience. You'll see I'm actually showing a mobile app here. Mobility's big. So basically, what is GoForums? GoForums is a mobile data management platform for the enterprise. That's what our focus is. Our core focus is on the actual data. We help any organization, big or small, more effectively manage and acquire that data from that acquisition point at the point of presence where their mobile employee might be, all the way through to the storage, the management of that data. We even provide an analytics engine, so we take that data and make it more meaningful and actionable as information. And we have an API that allows us to share that with third-party apps or back-end systems as well. The mobile data management market is huge, and it's growing at about 66% per year for the next 5 years, according to estimates. So big market, big challenges out there. What we decided to do as we were focusing on how do we help these organizations manage their data more effectively, one of the big issues is the user interface for the folks in the field. So how do we make it much more easy for folks in the field who are used to something like this, use something like this? Well, one of the things we do is we focus on... I was the original problem child, and clearly, the good news is I'm not the developer. There we go. Okay, we're good. Okay, so the big thing is, what do we do with this? Well, with GoForms, one of our core value points is our user interface. We take this and we make it look like this. Surprise, surprise, it looks exactly like that. And one of the keys that we found was, in our research, was let's take the user interface that people have been using for 2 weeks or 20 years and make it look exactly the same, smell exactly the same on a device. So instead of it being on a cardboard clipboard, it's on an electronic device like a tablet or a smartphone, for example. Now, one of the things we do is instead of just taking this and making it electronic form on a piece of paper, or a piece of paper on an electronic form, we start to add some value and add some smarts to that. that form. So it becomes a smart form. So for example, in the work order in the upper right, I could go ahead and tap on that, and it would automatically just bring up if I could tap on that properly. There we go. It'll bring up an actual pre-populated work order number to segment that from any of the other work orders that are up there. I could go ahead and do a database dip, for example, on this particular form. What is it with my demos these days? Okay, so I could go ahead and select, for example, database dip, select a potential client here, for example. I can go ahead and start to fill out that information. I could go ahead and add a PO number, for example. I could go ahead and start to add additional information, like we have tables and calculations here, so I could go ahead and select a supplier part number, for example, like 1-3, go ahead and select that, and I could go ahead and select the quantity of 3, for example, and we automate all the calculations on there. So for example, I could also grab a discount level of, let's say, platinum, and apply a discount. Again, all the calculations are immediately done, and made it much more easy to configure. Instead of having to calculate this and do it by hand on the page, it's done automatically on the device. Not only can we do it for calculations, regular numbers, we can go ahead and do it for time, for example. So I could go ahead and, let's say I started at this time in the AM and worked all night until, let's say, 11 p.m., get the calculations in there for overtime, etc. But we also, not only do we make it smart, but we also go ahead and do things on paper forms that were not easy to do before. For example, grab a location field, for example. I could go ahead and grab a map here. I could set it to a satellite map. Let me zoom in and add that particular map to my form. I could go ahead and, with the camera, let's go ahead and take a picture of the audience that is going to be almost impossible to see. And I'm going to go ahead and use that on my form. I could go ahead and add sketches, for example. So I could go ahead and add a particular tool here. Go ahead and add that to my form. Or if I wanted to, I could even go ahead and capture one of those photos, for example. Go ahead and capture another photo over here. Grab that, go ahead and use that, but I may want to go ahead and annotate that, for example. So I could go ahead and grab a box here, grab that, rotate it, add some text if I needed to, for example, and do a variety of different things here. So I could go ahead and say test.
Jeff?
Yep. Oh, we're done. Okay, my apologies. Okay, so any questions?
Time for questions. Good stuff, Jeff.
Hi. It looks like Adobe Acrobat does a lot of this stuff already. What distinguishes you from a product like that?
So one of the core functionalities, including all of the different other data field types we have, is everybody shares an account, for example. So I could publish these templates to anyone in my account, and every piece of information from every form collected by everyone in my account is aggregated into a database. So from that information, every piece of information you have on here is aggregated into a database, so I can put it through our analytics engine and start to derive actual information from that, as opposed to having another, instead of having 20 or 200 pieces of paper, I have 200 forms, PDF forms. I actually have access to all of that data, which I can then export. I can run reports on, I can do a variety of different things. So it's not just about the format, it's not about the paper and converting it to electronic format, it's about the core data, the core value of that information.
What happens if somebody doesn't have an email?
If they don't have email, what?
Well, you're creating a work order, and I'm just wondering if you developed a solution, because I'm thinking about somebody who doesn't have an email, which is baby boomers, they don't check email. So if you're going to give them a work order for something, or
well, the work order actually appears on the mobile device. So this is actually a mobile. There's a mobile app and there's a web backend, right? So on the mobile app is where I can capture that information. I've got my forms, and instead of one form, I've got 25 forms. It doesn't matter how many forms I have. These templates, I can fill them out as many times as I need to. I don't need email to do that. I don't even need to have an internet connection to fill out the forms on the device. It automatically syncs with the backend when it detects an internet connection at some point.
Yeah, I was seeing a place for the customer to sign, I think, at the bottom. That was in the Reddit area. So if they wanted a copy and they didn't have email. So then you would just say, hey, I'll mail it to you later.
Well, yeah, you can email it from it, or you could hand it out. You could literally print it right from the device. If they needed a copy, you could literally print it
So
right
you
from
can
the
print
device.
off
Oh,
that,
absolutely.
yeah.
You can print it, you can download it, you can transfer it to someone else in your organization. From a workload perspective, you could have it automatically synced with your Box account, for example, and have the forms already deposited in your Box account. So you can, again, the whole concept is it's from the acquisition of the data on a device like this all the way through to the actual analytics engine and the reporting on the back end.
Nice. Anybody else?
Yes. Anyone? Yeah.
It looks like you're pulling some information, part numbers, customers.
Yep.
So how does that get populated? Are you integrating with the on-premise ERP system there?
Yep. Yeah. So again, I think everybody heard the question. So we have two ways of managing that. So again, we had calculations. We got conditional logic that you built right into your form that you couldn't do on something like this. But in terms of data, there's a couple of different ways we manage data sources. One is a simple data source that you could upload, simple CSV file, upload it, and now it's available in your account. It could be available on any of your forms, like a customer list, for example. So if you're a small organization, you got a small customer list, it's very simple to get that set up on your device. Just upload it and it's available. But we do have a full API that you could integrate with a back-end system. We actually have customers that front-end Salesforce.com, for example, or front-end NetSuite with this because it's much more effective and intuitive to capture the information and then populate the pieces of information that they need into Salesforce.com through the API. It's just a simple web services API. Does that answer your question? Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So you have a device cost, you have training costs, you have the network cost potentially if you're on the internet. How do you justify that ROI from a simple just piece of pencil or like a pencil and a paper?
Mm-hmm. Well, so there's a lot of hidden. First of all, on a piece of pencil and paper, we're a freemium service, right? So if you're one person, one form template, you can fill it out as many times as you want. It doesn't cost a dime. If you are a more pro version, pro user, where you've got multiple form templates, multiple users in your account, it's $10 a user per month. You practically couldn't buy the paper and the ink for that to print that out for $10 a user per month. As far as, and that doesn't go to any of the hidden costs with what happens when I need a form later on? What happens when I want to analyze the data? How much does it cost to input that data back into a system if I'm filling it out on here? The whole point is I'm providing an easier way to create that content at the point of acquisition, and then I don't have to track it. It's all stored in your web account. All the data is stored. If I need to pull up a form, I can find it at any time. So it's much more efficient from that perspective, which is really where all the cost of managing the paper is anyway. For example, in the medical space, we heard just capturing a signature and an intake form costs $5. So how many of those would they do in a day, and how many of those would they do in a month? And that's just to track the paper. That's for the paper trail.
Cool. Jeff, it looks like we're out of time.
Okay, great.
Hey, before you go, are you looking for help?
What's that?
Are you looking for help?
We are looking for help. We are not hiring today, but we will be hiring within the next few months. So we're looking for developer help, looking for sales, marketing help, et cetera.
Good
All
deal.
right? Thanks,
All right,
Rick.
Go Forums,
And
everybody.
thanks to Pete for giving me this.
Okay, so we've got 2 more to go. The crowd is thinning, but guess what? Those people lose because you know what? You have to be here to win the prizes. Okay, up next is Tyler and Bill, co-founders of Scoreboard Social. You guys ready to roll?
Yeah, we're good to go.
Let's do it.
Hey there, I'm Tyler Anderson. I'm Bill View. And we are the founders of Scoreboard Social, which is a competitive social media analytics tool. Really quick, Bill and I actually met just last November at the Lean Startup Machine event here in San Diego. And while Scoreboard Social was not created that weekend, it is where the idea came from. And so the pain point that we solve is basically data, compiling competitive analytics of your competitors across social media, as well as providing client-ready reporting. So, I personally have had this pain point. I've had a social media digital agency for 4 years, and we've had to manually track data based on clients' requests to get competitive insights on their competitors, and then spent countless times putting together reports that just took way too much time. So going into it, obviously, here's the homepage. Really, what we want people to do is obviously get started for free. All accounts are free for the first 30 days. For this demo, we're just going to jump into creating a watch list. which is this is where you would create what you want to monitor. So we have 2 just sample ones already created. It's really easy to add a Facebook page or take a Facebook page out. For this example, let's say I don't really want to track the San Francisco Marriott Marquis. I'll just delete them. And a true competitor of these other Bayfront hotels in San Diego would be like the Hilton. So just go ahead and type that in. And you can see it just populates their Facebook page. We'll go ahead and plug that in and update the watch list. We'll go ahead and request a report. We do reporting on specific days, weekly reports, as well as monthly reports. So I'm going to go ahead and request a report for the month of March for the local San Diego attractions, which is the zoo, Legoland, and SeaWorld. And you'll see it just tells us that we've requested that report, and it'll be emailed to us as soon as it's ready. So our reports do get emailed as a PDF. We'll jump over there, and there it is sitting in your inbox. You can download it or view it. We'll just go ahead and jump in and view it. And I'll let Bill kind of talk through the KPIs.
Yeah, so can you hear me on this one? No, go for it. Here. All right, so on this one here, we're looking at the zoo, SeaWorld, Legoland, and ranking them by engagement. So really, when you're looking at the competitive analytics, you're interested in how effectively are you engaging your audience and communicating with them. Are you getting them to like, comment, and share your posts? The ones that are engaged with you are the ones that buy more, that get higher conversion rates back to your website. So here we see the rankings by number of likes, how many people are talking about this in a given week, what kind of outreach activities happening, how engaging are they as a brand, and the last column there, the daily interaction score, tells you a lot about how the brand is actually engaging from a content perspective. So are the posts that they're putting out there getting people to like, comment, or share on them? And if they are, that's going to be a really effective way to boost the engagement and drive those conversions. The great thing about this that isn't obvious from just seeing this report in your inbox is to build this, somebody like Tyler or a social media agency was going and visiting each one of these Facebook pages monthly, weekly, even daily, and compiling it in Excel to track what their total likes were over time. None of this data is available historically unless you're going and looking at it right now. What does it look like on the web? So we're crawling that every day, compiling it all, and giving you a one-page report that you can say, we're doing better than them, this is how we are doing now versus last month or last week, and understand where you rank. The second page of the report then dives into that content. So was the content engaging? And here you can see what content is really working for you. And one of the big principles around social media is to promote and engage with the content that's already working. You don't want to spend your time on content that's not working. If it's already proven engaging, say you've got partners, vendors, customers that you want to make sure you're engaging with and pulling their audience into your audience, this is the list that tells you immediately, oh, these things are really working. Who doesn't love pandas? People love pandas, right? Get engaged. So if you want to add a couple of thoughts to that, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, for those of you who are active with social media from a marketing standpoint, a huge talking point is curating content. So just to touch on what Bill was saying, not only is this report actionable in that you can identify what's working and what's not, you can have these reports set up to come to you daily. So maybe you did create a watch list. It's not necessarily your competition, but maybe it's brands you should be engaging. In this example, we had the hotels. They may want to curate content from the San Diego Zoo. So obviously, if you click on it, it'll take you to the permalink. You can like it, you can comment it as you're acting as that Facebook page, or of course you can share it right on a Facebook page of your own that you have admin rights to. So now you can just, as we already said, you can curate already proving engagement. So we're running out of time. That's it, and I guess we'll take it to questions.
Nice work, gentlemen. Hands up.
Can people see where their traffic is coming from on their Facebook page in your system?
No, our competitive analytics look at what's publicly available on Facebook, and we're soon to be launching Twitter. It is a very important piece of your social media strategy to be looking at where your traffic and conversions are coming from, and typically people are doing that with Google Analytics or a tool like Kissmetrics that's actually hooked in. So in our case, we don't need access to your website or JavaScript on your website. We're not looking at cookies that are coming there. This is all sign up today, start using it without making any coding changes on your end.
And one other thing, too, is if you have admin rights to a Facebook page, you can also identify where people are coming to that page from. But again, from a competitive standpoint, you're not going to have that information on your competitors. So. How are you? Hello. How are you guys charging for this?
Monthly subscription fees for the agencies or businesses that want to track this. So we tier how many watch lists that you can manage in the system.
And that's based. So the watch list is based on one fan page.
No, a group of pages.
A group of pages.
Yeah.
Each
watch list on the site currently can hold up to 5 pages, so you can have 5 pages under a watch list.
Great demo, guys. I have a question. Since you're really focusing on engagement, do you guys have plans for bringing tool sets that will help people create more engaging content? Because I think that's what a lot of page owners really struggle with.
So maybe there's probably 2 parts to that answer. I'll throw out one. Certainly, as part of the reporting that we're doing, we're going to look to give people actionable tips and ideas around, based on the data we have, where they can take it, what things might be effective, where they're lacking. So we want to add some stuff to the reports to give you some more specifics on what to do next. But as far as generating those ideas for content, certainly we aren't going to be initially here a content management tool where we're helping you actually put the content together and get it posted, so other than engaging with specific pieces. So that's not really a focus area for us around managing your posts and driving the content.
But one thing that is on the radar is perhaps taking that daily report, and instead of having to actually manually request it, actually having a physical dashboard that you can go onto, so you can say, what's been the most engaging stuff today or the last 24 hours, and see those pages that you're monitoring and then identify that content.
So is there an alerting mechanism if I want to set a threshold versus a competitor or anything, like they're starting to beat me?
That's a great idea. We've talked a little bit about some things that we could do around thresholding and goal setting, especially within agencies that are managing these pages professionally on behalf of others, to keep track. What was our goal for this month? Which metric are we trying to drive up? Are we doing a good job at that? And being able to alert them throughout the month. What's your progress towards that? So we've definitely got some things like that we want to build out.
A follow-on question to that. I mean, if I'm Pepsi, I know I'm supposed to track Coke, but how do I know what's up and coming and what I need to be tracking and who's moving up the ranks? Can I track versus keyword or something in my like competitive atmosphere that you know I can find? Okay, that guy's coming up in the world. I need to start doing what he's doing.
Right now, we're really relying on the businesses to identify, you know, who they want to track and what
So
the
I have to
competitors
know
are.
my competitor.
So you have to know your
before that.
competitors,
Okay, gotcha.
at least to start here. We haven't done anything with predictive. You know, there's some cool things we could do, you know, with the critical mass, you know, and you get a little bit of network effect. Now we've got enough people putting in competitors, we can start drawing through that social graph, if you will, of competitors and saying, oh, you know, you've put these 3 people as competitors. Have you considered this one? Because we know a lot of other people in similar lists track that, but we've got to, you know, reach a threshold of size to be able to track that kind of thing.
Okay, 1 minute left, guys. Questions?
Who are you targeting as far as companies go? What kind of companies are you looking to target, and how large are they, and what do they do?
Well,
ideally?
Our core target's going to be agencies that probably service medium-sized to large-scale regional businesses, but also it could also be businesses, regional or large-scale businesses who's like a marketing director who has to report to a boss or a director. A lot of these metrics that are reported in Facebook Insights, people just get glassy eyes. You know, they have no idea what they're looking at, and you can present it to a general manager or a vice president of a company, and they have no clue what it is. So really the goal, too, is to have a simplified, easy, client-ready or boss-ready tool that they could hand off to them. So mostly agency levels, as well as like marketing directors for regional and large regional businesses, large and medium size.
Yeah, I'll just add on to that. A lot of the reports that you look at today, if you go ask for a report, there's a number of tools out there that do various pieces of the reporting, and you end up invariably, if you wanted to go track these 5 pages, with like a 12-page report. And you're like, what am I going to do? I got like 12 pages of graphs and numbers. It's just incomprehensible, right? It's distilling it down into 1 page. Here's how you're doing.
Cool.
Nice work, guys. Bill and Tyler, Social Scoreboard. Good job. Keep us posted, please. Okay, so we are at the final demo for the evening. You guys had enough? Are you ready for one more? More. Okay, we got 10 more for you. Yeah. Sometimes we do that, though. It's like, who? Like ambush demos. Like, what do you got? You. Okay, so after these guys are done, this is nifty. This is a last-minute addition. if you were here to see Tracy's Closet, sorry, they emailed us today so they couldn't be here. So in their place, we've got nifty.io. Yeah. And directly after this, we're going to do our 60-second spots. That's 60 seconds where this microphone belongs to you. So if you're looking to do something or looking to hire and want to make some noise about something, grab the microphone. Please take it from me. And then we're going to do the drawing. So where's that picture? Where is it now? Back. It's still on the bar. There's like 2 cards in there. Come on, bring it this way. Bring it up front. Up front. Who here didn't drop a card yet? There you go. Bring it up front. Hey, Brett. Yeah. Thank you, sir. What do I owe you? So we're giving away some good stuff, and then we're going to sell your email addresses. Just kidding. Okay, so final demo. Daniel Wang, CEO of Nifty. Ready to go, Daniel? You guys ready for Daniel? Let's do it. I'll go this way.
Hey guys, I'm here to talk to you about my company Nifty. But before we start, I want to show you some slides, my garage. So this is my garage. You can see it's filled with, it's cool, with free time. Awesome. So this is my garage. You can see it's filled with stuff. But they're not really trash. They're just things that I can't really get rid of. So here's a stroller. We have 2 kits now. So there's a single kit stroller. It doesn't get a whole lot of use. Here's a 18-inch monitor for people with really good eyesight. A couple years ago, I decided to try kite surfing. Here's a kite just sitting there. And there's actually 2 of them, and there's a snorkel gear next to it as well. I learned surfing on this board. It's great, but it's just not something I can use anymore. I put in baseboards in my house. I used this compressor-based nail gun for 3 days, and that was 4 years ago. So it sits there. And lots of kid stuff. So the problem is that the reason I don't get rid of them, right, is because it's hard to get rid of things that you care about. And there are basically 3 different ways I could do it. I could give them to strangers. I could give them to people I know if I knew what they wanted, or I could donate to charities. And but there's a lot of friction with these things because I don't, there's a couple problems. One is there's an information problem. I don't know what people want, and they don't know what I have. And there's the disconnectedness. Especially when I give stuff to strangers or donate to even the super large charities, I don't know what happens to them. I sometimes I just want to get rid of them, but sometimes I care about where they go to. So, but the big problem here is that because of the lack of information and because of the way the different methods are so distinct from each other, they force me to make a decision ahead of time. Like for something like this, right? I need to know do I want to give it to a friend or do I want to donate it? But I don't know because I don't have that information, right? So, and the result is that lack of information, that decision happens very early in the process, paralyzes me. So I have a garage of stuff, and I have a 2-car garage. I park 0 cars in it. So we came up with a product called Nifty. And Nifty is this tool to help you give things that you have and share them with people who really appreciate them. And that being your friends, your people you know, or charity. So I'm going to show you a process how I'm going to give something away. I don't have anything that really want to give away here with me, but I have this other phone. I'm actually not giving away, but I'll take a picture of it. So you can see it's a very simple process. You just take a picture of the item. Give a description, I'm going to call it and I can either try to give it away for free or I can trade for something. And if I have a lot of time, I would write the description of what this thing is, and I can tell you what condition it's, how much it cost before. More information here makes a more compelling listing. But only really the title is required. So here's something, I can just go ahead and post it. This get posted to my, crap. So I got authorized Facebook. Some point happens. I'm sorry. So this gets so this gets posted to my to Nifty and to my social channels, in this case Facebook. So the people who I know, being that these are people that like either my friends or my friends' friends, or people who are in the same parent group, same alumni group, can basically somebody that I have some connection with can call dibs on this item. So you can see here's we're doing this raffle right now for a beer. If you guys want to try out this app, find it in the app store. It's called Nifty. We'll buy you a beer. You just have to call dibs on this thing. And the place where, so here as you can see, because we're social aware app, so these are the people that I know what they're offering. And I'm a parent, so I know a lot of other parents. You can see there's a lot of kids stuff, there's furniture, there's electronic things. And these are the things that within my network, your network will be different, and it's based on who you know and what they're giving. And the thing here is that you have, if you see something you're interested in, let's say I want it in this cool album, and I can just call dibs on it. So something that you want, you can just simply claim it by calling dibs. And I just want to quickly cover the charity piece, is that the charities are interested in us, so we want to work with charities. That one is that there's a discovery problem. Everybody knows Goodwill, everybody knows Salvation Army, but there's actually 10,000 other charities out there with really good causes that we help them to be discovered, we help them generate revenue. And the revenue is that you can actually put something out to be bid by other people, that revenue will go to the charity. That's also how we generate revenue as well, aside from the coupon stuff you saw earlier. That's my time. That's Nifty. It's my partner, Peter.
Okay, so reset the clock. Raise your hands high. Raise your hands high. Come on. Yes, okay. Matt.
Product looks great, by the way. I just want to give you guys props for that.
Thank you.
Design's important. You obviously have a bit of a network effect issue here, where in order to actually see stuff that you can call dibs on, you need to have a lot of people that you know that are using the app. So how are you guys crossing that hurdle?
Well, I think we're there's like a lot of invitation stuff built into the app. So when you get, you're absolutely correct. It's not going to be all that useful to you unless other people are using it. But what we're doing is that initially, when you post something on here, you don't need the app to claim it. So we have a web version, light web version. When you post something, your Facebook friends, your media friends can then interact with that posting and call dibs on it. And also we have a lot of invitation aspect built into the product, that you can send out invitations to the product and other people can expand your network that way. But initially the product's useful for you, that you can post stuff on there, have your immediate friends claim it, or you can use the product, give stuff to charities. So it's a useful app for you, even if nobody else is using it.
So how do you differentiate against something like FreeCycle or something else that basically allows you to post something and allow people to get it?
A number of different. One is that it's easier to use. You can see, the app, we're very proud of it, and it's easy to use. But second thing is we connect you with people you know. That we think that dealing with strangers is a huge friction point for people. I just simply don't want strangers to come to my house, pick up, let's say, the sofa you saw in my garage. But through the app, you're only connecting to people that you have some kind of trust with. That is either your friends, your friends' friends, your people in your social network, in your community, your neighbors, or your groups that belong to. You have a profile of things that you have given away. If they don't move, you can choose to donate to charities. That's our market maker. If something doesn't move, you can either choose to clear somehow.
As Dan said, it's basically one solution to give you the full path of anything you want to do with the item that you have. If you want to sell it, trade it, give it away, or donate it, we will find the solution for you. And it's all basically flexible based on what point in time you are of that item that you're giving away or getting rid of.
You can, so it's up to you, right? So you can specify things you want for that stuff. I'm giving electronics for kid stuff, which is what I do now. But But you know, that's the idea. It's up for you to decide. But you can see in there, I'm not sure you saw it, but you can, for every single item, you put a specific category. So as you're browsing through here, like if you're looking for something that you want, maybe one of your friends giving stuff away, you can filter by categories. I only want to see electronics, and that would only, you know, that limit the stream to the things that that's there. You can also post you request for items as well.
So I'm giving away at the moment, and I'm sort of struggling with this, a car. It's a 10-year-old car, but it's very well taken care of.
Yep.
And I want to donate it to a charity that will give it directly to someone who needs it and not give it on an auction, because I get the blue book. So I'm just curious. I mean, I have a Operation Homefront, they help military families, but I'm just curious. So let's just say I had something large that I know none of my friends wanted, like a car. And like, you know, NPR will just take it, and National Public Radio, and just, so how would you help me if I didn't know about my charity?
Well, I think for cards, a commodity item, there's a way for people to deal with it, but I'm not sure, I don't know if you know the exact card terms that charities get. It's terrible. They often get like something like 80-90% is the fee, right? They get 10 to 20% after the value they get. It actually goes to charity. The service that does that for them. And then a lot of the charities that they have no, especially with medium to small size charity, they have no ability to process items. That's why they only do cars, or some of the even larger ones do furniture, right? So for cars, you can use this to donate directly to charity, but it's still up to them to figure out what to do with the item. But what we're giving people is that even for things that smaller item, like an iPad, like, you know, who wants a first generation iPad? Or
television, or...
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm joking. But you can, for those kind of things, you can sell it to somebody, and that revenue will go to them as well. But you can see it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. Yep.
Is there any way to check the quality of the product? What if that way is not working? Or is there like a system to give basically ratings
It's
to
basically
the seller?
it's basically a self-reported quality mechanism at this point, but the ability to add a feedback key in there would be something that we would add it over time as well.
But also keep in mind, these are most likely people you know, right? They're not, you know, that's where we're taking a stranger away. Then, you know, there's the incentive to lie is less, because you have to deal with them. There's scorecards attached to you.
Okay, last question of the evening from Cynthia.
Lisa. That's okay. I'm sorry. That's okay. So I got on the App Store. Is it on the App Store?
Yeah, it's
And there's lots of other really nifty things on the App Store. But I can't find it.
Is that Joy or iPhone?
It's an Android.
It's only iPhone right now.
Okay, but great
I
product.
just got this Joy so I can
okay.
write code for it.
That's not the App Store, by the way.
I didn't realize there's another brand of smartphones.
Right
if
on.
anyone wants to take us up on that offer, please come and track us down.
Good job, guys. Nifty. Nice work, Peter. Thank you so much. Daniel, good job. All right. So guess what? The night's not over. We're camping out here. No. I know you guys all want to go home, but here is the 60-second spots, and then we're going to do the drawing for the good stuff tonight. You have to be here to win, so you've got good odds. And then we can go home. How does that sound? Yeah? Who's coming to Salt Lake City with us? Who's going to see us in Vegas? Where's the bus? We're flying. Okay, so 60-second spots. Who's got something cool to say? Listen, we have some stairs right along the side. Coming up on stage. That's half the fun of it, isn't it? Who's going to come up to San Francisco and visit? Yeah. Who's going to invite us back? Yeah. Right on. We want to come back. I want to move here. Okay. Cynthia, hit it.
I'm Cynthia, and I'm a partner in SoCal EED. It's a brand new not-for-profit. And we're starting startup communities in 3 cities in Southern California. One is San Marcos, northern San Diego County. One is City of Murrieta. One is the City of Corona. We're doing video gaming. We're doing wireless health in San Marcos. And we're doing health technology in Murrieta. So if you're interested, you have a startup, you want to come into our accelerator, we have a 3-phase program. It's an accelerator for 90 days, a la Techstars, Brad Feld. The second phase is a 12 to 18-month incubator. And the third phase is stay in San Diego or stay in Corona or stay in Murrieta, grow your company, build jobs, and stay competitive with the rest of the world. Thank you. SoCalEED.org.
Excellent. Who's up next? Don't step on the computers, please.
Hi, my name's Rodney Rumford. By a show of hands, how many people think that most surveys just kind of suck? There you go. I didn't even prep them for that. Basically, my business partner, Sean Callahan, is here as well. We're launching a new startup called slimsurveys.com, which is actually looking to totally transform the survey experience, really focused on customers. We're looking for beta testers. If you just go to slimsurveys.com, put your name in. We need as many beta testers as possible. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Rodney.
Hello, San Diego. My name is Mathieu Franz. I am a serial entrepreneur from Belgium. I'm here for 6 months for a sabbatical, actually, to improve my very low surfing level. And by the way, the waves and the people here in San Diego are awesome. Yeah. My last company is called Hot Mobile, and we own a domain name that's hotmobile.com in one word. We turned down an offer 2 months ago for $500,000 for this mobile domain name and say, fuck you, we want to develop that brand. There's a big story behind that. What we want to do is we want to develop the next social, local, mobile, dating real-world platform. This means that people in a bar like this, when it will go to hotmobile.com in a real bar, will actually see the people that are single in this bar when there are 200 people there, and will be able to tweet with them to see their match or their ear harmony profile, and maybe ultimately let the mobile phone go and have a real conversation with this babe or man. So this is what we want to do, and we think we can do it. I'm here because I'm looking for developers to develop that idea and that platform, and maybe find a venture capitalist to challenge us and offer me a great house to stay here for more than 6 months. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Matt Riley, and I am the organizing member for the Lean Startup Machine workshop here in San Diego. So, yeah! So, I know most of you, I hope by this point, know about Lean methodology, but how many of you have actually heard of the Lean Startup Machine? Yeah. Okay, so a couple of you. So for those of you who don't know what Lean Startup Machine is a 3-day intensive workshop where you will learn Lean Startup methodology, and you will learn how to create sustainable businesses or innovations within your companies by iterating and validating on the different ideas that you have. So across the 3-day workshop, what you'll be doing is you'll be coming in, you'll be pitching your ideas, you'll be organizing with teams in order to go through and validate or invalidate those ideas and the assumptions that you have about those businesses. You guys can kind of think of it as a hackathon, but without the hacking. It's more like a customer hackathon. So we've got a great lineup of mentors who are going to be there. You've got a great lineup of different entrepreneurs who are going to be involved as well. Tyler and Bill actually met at Lean Startup Machine, so it's a great place to be able to meet founders who are looking to start up their businesses and their organizations. And it's a great opportunity for you to understand Lean Startup methodology and understand how you can create businesses that are sustainable with less time, money, resources in different ways. So the event is May 17th through the 19th, and it's going to be held at Co-Merge in downtown San Diego. So if you guys are interested, come and let me know. Give me your business cards, and I'll shoot you guys a discount out too. So thank you.
Hello, my name is JT Pulford. I'm the founder of Snapshow. What Snapshow is, it's a social media connected photo booth. The initial idea was to have them in all the bars and restaurants around the world. So you could take a picture and it goes online instantly and you could show all your friends. But there's been quite a few different uses for it. I've had done it at festivals, concerts, got some offers for SeaWorld. People want it for their weddings. And so after some time, I kind of was thinking about this, that, you know, everybody here has probably used a photo booth or has needed to rent one at some point, but there's no go-to solution. There's no household name. So basically, I want Snapshow to become, you know, the Kleenex of photo booths, the go-to solution. You know, it's like, hey, we need a Snapshow. We're getting married. We need a Snapshow. And what's cool about Snapshow is that I'm trying to make the world's most portable version. So it's kind of like Netflixify it. So if you're getting married, you could go to the Snapshow website, and for $199, you could have the machine shipped to your house. And you can use it for the whole day, and then you ship it right back, and it's a done deal. You don't have to deal with an attendant. You don't have to pay for or you don't have to pay for transit, setup, and all that stuff, because generally it's about $100 an hour. And there's also another corporate arm to where if you had it like at SeaWorld, actually Outlook should have a machine right there in the back, because all the photos that you take will say Outlook on them. It'll have a little information on there, and it would become an avenue for all of us to become brand advocates for Outlook. So basically like saying, hey, I was here, I was at Belly Up, we checked out the Outlook booth, we were at the San Francisco Tech Startup event, and become brand advocates and showing your product to all your friends and your Facebook and your other social networks. I'm hiring investors and looking for co-founders. So if anybody's interested, come talk to me or say hi. Thanks.
Hello, everybody. My name is Doug Taylor. How many people out there are collectors? Do you collect action figures? Do you collect comic books? Anybody collectors? Beer. Antiques. I'm looking for beta testers for my site. My site is collection.com. We are looking for beta testers to help us, for people who collect stuff, antiques, anything, action figures, Star Wars, whatever. We're also looking for developers. If you're a passionate collector and you're looking to be a part of an exciting group, we're here to meet that need and what collectors need. So if you're interested, please come see me and we'll talk. Collection, COLLEXION. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jeff Phillips, 40 years in San Diego, and over time have had several patents that I've been successful with. Some of you may know that the FTC put out a challenge called the Robocall Challenge about 8 months ago, and in the process I decided to apply some energy and put in a concept which I then patented. It's now pending, and I'm looking for a developer, somebody who'd like to participate, review in the program, and decide that what I have as a cell phone application makes sense. Please give it some consideration. If you would like to talk to me or send me an email to itsforusa@gmail.com, number 4, itsforusa@gmail.com. My name's Jeff Phillips. I'd be delighted to talk to any of you. Thank you for a great night. Sensational.
All right, thanks. My name is Brett Statham, and we were talking about Lean Startup Machine earlier. Following Lean Startup Machine, so don't skip Lean Startup Machine. But after that, in June 21st, is Startup Weekend San Diego. You can find it at sandiego.startupweekend.org or .com. And great weekend, lots of awesome mentoring. Come out of that with the business that you want to take it and run with. Come in fresh. If you're just a programmer, we're actually trying to build the programmer presence there. So we'd love to have devs that don't have an idea, but want to meet up with business owners that do. So please come on in, and if you're looking for a discount code, SD Tech is the promo code you want to look for. So San Diego, sorry? Early bird ends on the May 1st, and that's going to be, so that takes the 75 down to 60, otherwise 90 down to 75 with SD Tech. According it does, but regardless, find me and blame me if it doesn't. So, all right, thanks guys.
everybody. I'll just make this real quick. I'm Michael. I'm a human resources professional. I just met Brant earlier for the first time, and he was telling me, how does someone who's in computer science become a human resources professional, HR? Well, it's easy because that's a good venue right now. It's a really emerging place for products for HR and technology to come together. I think Career.me is a good example of that. So I just want to introduce myself. If anybody's in that space, just want to introduce myself. My name is Michael Kalm. I'm certified as a senior professional in human resources. And products just like Career.me, those are definitely very interesting to me. I do work for a company out in Sorrento right now. We have about 500 employees, and definitely looking at what we can do to help other startups with their products in the HR and IT field. Thank you.
Is that it? Last call? Done? Cool. Let's give away some shit. Okay. So Tony back there from Outlook. Oh, he's right here now. Okay, so we're gonna do stuff. Let's give away the GoPro cam first. What do you say about that? Yeah? Yeah. Woo! All right, number one. Miles Weisletter from SF New Tech wins. Now, Sterling Jones. What is this? Rob Farrow. Rob Farrow from Sterling Jones in the house. If you have to be here to win. Rob, going once. Hey, you guys met Rob on the way in. He did earn it, but he won it. Good deal. Talk to me later. Or in 2 minutes. Or actually here. You have a good catch? Next up, what do we got, Tony? Windows 8 professional license. Work on Mac and PC. Yes. Put a proper operating system on your Apple, says Tony from Microsoft. Mark Otis in the house. Going once. Mark wins it. He's in the back. Nice work. Let's do another one. Who plays Xbox in the house? Really? Don't you have work to do?
Jennifer Newell.
Jennifer. There's no resale value on that, so you better play.
Oh, hello, yes. I've got 3 gigabytes of SkyDrive storage. We've got 5 of those, so I'm just going to pick out 5 randomly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, in rapid fire.
Rapid fire. Ready?
David Pearl.
David Pearl, win some storage.
And Brett Wayne.
Brett Wayne, win some storage.
Win some storage.
3 gigs.
Walter Karshat.
Walter. Walter, yes, sir. Thank you.
Andra Bucci.
Andra Bucci. You guys are rocking it. You're all here tonight. I love it.
And Bak Lee. Space Invaders card, by the way.
A Space Invaders card from who? Bak Lee, are you in the house? Bak did it. Is that it, Tony? Okay, you need to email us from your Outlook account to validate your codes.
And then one more Windows 8 license goes to Justin Woodcock.
Justin from CareerMe. Yeah, baby. Nice work. All right, so...
Did you guys catch that CareerMe presentation earlier today? Miles.
That was a bomb. Nice work. All right, so this is the sad part of the night where we have to say goodbye. But listen. The bar is open in the back. I hope to see you there in a few minutes. How does that sound? Sound good? Let's do it. Thanks for coming down, everybody. We love you. Let's do this again soon, eh? Yeah? Woo! Nice work. Martin, cue the music.
Thank you very much for coming down.
How the day sounds through this new song, and I think I like how the day sounds through this new song, through this new song, and the lines have all been drawn. I know where I belong, where I belong, where I belong. And the lines have all been drawn. I know where I belong, where I
To people who appreciate them. So that's either to friends, but people you know, or charities that you care about, so that they can use the stuff that you have. And we make it easy so that it's one way, it's a single solution to where you give stuff away to either friends, people you don't know, or charities.
So actually, I didn't have the microphone completely up, but anyway, he has a service that actually allows you to give away stuff. So he opened the demo with he had his two-car garage is full of stuff, and now it wasn't full of stuff that he was just collecting. It was just stuff that had some sentimental value, but he just didn't know how to give it away, right?
Yeah, it was like, things that I think a lot of people have. They're called clutter, right? But they're not junk. They're things that have some value. You figure somebody could find use for them. At one point you had use for them, but now you don't. So those are things that, because of lack of system solution to help you do that, you tend to hold on to them. And so we're trying to build a solution to help you give that stuff away.
Right. So explain to the crowd how your solution works and how you build a network of people that you need to share with.
So it's a mobile application that's socially connected, so it can talk to your Facebook account. So when you give stuff away, you can simply use your mobile phone, take a picture of it, really simple, and then that gets posted to Nifty and to Facebook, so that your friends can, what we call dibs, try to make it as fun and easy to use as possible.
That's pretty cool when you said call dibs on it.
So we have, it's fun. It's a fun app to use. So you can post stuff up, and then that would get called. Your friends would see them. Your friends would see them. But mainly, so we connect you with people you know. It's never strangers. We think that's a big friction point when you have to deal with people you don't know. Have strangers come to your house. They're flaky. You don't know who they are. But what's stranger with people you know, you have some trust in them, right? You know that they know that you're not giving crap, and you know they're not going to flake on you. So we make it easy for you to give people, and so you get people who really care about them. You know who they are. You know how they're going to make good use of the stuff that you have, and we take away the friction from giving stuff away.
Now, how do you build up this friend network? Do you take it from existing social networks, or what do you do?
We are tied to Facebook, so these are your friends on Facebook, but we take it one degree out. So your friends and your friends' friends. But in addition, we have a concept of channels. Channels are your neighbors, your PTA group, if you're a parent, your alumni group, your employee sharing group if you're part of a large company. So working with a company like Lumina, working with some USD, it's a local school, for these kind of channels. So there's many ways for you to connect with somebody, but the idea is that you always connect to people you know somehow. They're not your friends, but they're people you know.
Yeah. So, oh wow. So actually, you could get up and running rather quickly. So when did you guys launch this?
The version was released 2 Tuesdays ago, I think the 19th of April. We
right after tax day.
Yeah. It was that show was right after tax day. We submitted on tax day, I think. It was approved on. But it was right after tax day. We had some versions like in private beta before, and we're gonna have another version coming out very soon. But this is what we have though is pretty good. We're happy with it. We're proud of it. We're gonna have much better stuff coming in Pythons as well.
I see. So what's the roadmap? That you're on iPhone right now.
We're iPhone. Yep.
You're on the iPhone store, I assume. So where are you guys going next? You think?
We're going Android, obviously. We're going to build an Android version, which should be out by August, and we're going to build at the same time. We already have a HTML5 Lite version. so people without the app can call dibs on it, but they can't post stuff. We're going to enhance that to make it so people can actually post things as well. And we're going to add the next big thing is charity piece. So we're going right now, the app does a very good job, I think, connecting you with people you know and let you share with each other. But next version we're going to have let you connect to charities. We have a database, 750,000 U.S. charities that we're going to suggest them to you based on your location, based on your interest, and so you can donate them, see what kind of things they accept, and be able to support them in a way that's, timely and also socially responsible.
Is this your first startup?
No, we've done, we're old.
Oh, Peter, why don't you get in here?
Pardon, Peter.
Yeah, there he goes.
We're old.
So this is Peter. He's a co-founder in the Nifty, a startup with Daniel here, and I hooked up with him. And actually, so how did you guys get together? I want to hear that story.
We actually know each other for 20-some years. We
go back to the way back in mid-'90s. Basically, we met each other at internet development.
And Kinko's, I think. My wife worked with them at Kinko's.
Yeah. So oddly enough, computer department, common seed, and went from there.
You guys go to school or grew up here or what?
I went to school UCSD, and Peter.
I grew up here actually in San Diego, but I lived in Los Angeles, went to school in Santa Barbara, and been pretty much in California most of my life.
Wow.
A few stints outside of the country, but
But, we became, I have a 3-year-old, he has a 3.5-year-old. So the genesis for the idea is that we trade. Well, when I say trade, it's meaning Peter give me stuff because he's got older. And so we were saying, well, this is great, right? We're trading things and we're getting a lot of use out of stuff that we would otherwise buy separately. But it's an information problem. We don't know what people want. They don't know what we have. So we should have a solution for it. And that's where the genesis for Nifty came out.
Right. So, well, that's cool. So I guess, are you guys looking for funding or is that?
Yeah, we're looking for funding. We have some angel investors interested, but we're trying to complete our seed round. We have details that people are interested, they can contact us.
I'm sure maybe we could try to connect you guys up with GGV Capital or Hummer Windblad or something like that.
Yeah, we definitely love to talk with anybody that's interested in talking with us further. And we've done a few excursions already up to the Bay Area too to talk with a couple different folks. So we'd love to do that.
Well, if you're up in the Bay Area, just look us up at SF New Tech too. So we'd love to have you guys over there. So anyway, so how do they get a hold of your app, or how do they get a hold of you guys?
Well, the app is easy to find. It's go to the App Store. It's an Apple App Store. Search for Nifty.
Is it Nifty app or just Nifty?
Just search for Nifty. We're the top choice for. We actually did it, set up that way. So we find which keywords that has to. Also, we like the word Nifty.
So you did it right this time. Okay.
And so you can find you can find us on Nifty.io is our website, and our bios up there. You can find us and contact us that way. Daniel and Peter at Nifty.io is our email.
And or if you install the app itself, if you go to the info page on the app on the sidebar, we actually can connect to us through Twitter. We've got a direct connection right through Twitter right there. So
anyway, another thing I wanted to ask you. So what do you think about the pitch or the demo tonight? Was this your first one?
It's our first. First, it satisfies my dream of being on stage at Belly Up, which is awesome.
You made that now. You can check that box.
Yeah, I was hoping to do it by Guitar Hero, but not. But this is fun. But I mean, the other thing is just really awesome to see a tech community here in San Diego. I'm from the Bay Area, so I'm familiar with the tech community. There's a lot of activity on here. San Diego is I know there's people doing interesting things, but I don't know how to find and connect with them. This is a great way to meet people, and it's awesome that you guys set it up. I hope we have a lot more of this stuff like this. It's really awesome to see other people doing interesting things.
What was your experience like, Peter?
I think it's the same thing. I think it's a great opportunity to get out there and get to see what a lot of companies out here are doing. I mean, San Diego is really there's a lot going on around here, but it's really difficult to find the community sometimes. And I think this is a really nice opportunity to bring everyone together, do presentations, and check out what they've got going.
No, it's good. I think I think that's the same feeling I got. It felt actually like an SF Tech event actually tonight. So it was really kind of nice to feel the community, and that's what you feel in SF SF Tech, and I feel that right here. So anyway, good job, guys. I appreciate that, and I hope you guys get your funding. So anyway, it's Daniel Peter from Nifty. We hope we'll probably see a lot more of them in the future. Anyway, this is Greg Voya, aka Social Greg on Twitter for the Nerd Soccer Media Network and New Tech Tour live here in San Diego, and we'll be seeing you next in Salt Lake City on the 1st. So we're going to sign off right now. Thanks for joining us, and be careful out there.
Thank you.
Thank you.